Hey friend, I hope you're doing well. And today I'm really excited to talk about Claude Code. Yeah, this is just really wild, like mind-blowing times to be building software for sure. I this was really like my first time, kind of using Claude Code. Yesterday, I just kind of played with it a little bit for the first time, and man, I was totally blown away by this, guys. It's really insane. If you've been following along with me or with Prism or my channel, you know that I've been using Replit and Vercel VO and Lovable and OpenAI Codex. Um, and now we have this new kind of thing in the mix. So Claude Code's been around for a little while, guys. But just recently, Claude's been really pushing their more powerful coding models like Opus 4, and it's just the whole like development community is like kind of losing their mind about it. Like they're saying that's the best kind of stuff. And so I basically had been seeing a lot of buzz about it, and I was like, okay, I'm finally gonna try this. Like I've been hearing about Claude Code for a long time, but I just, it just these things feel like drinking from a fire hose sometimes, right? It's just like at a certain point, you're like, yeah, I gotta stop trying all of these things. But I was like, hey, it's worth the try. And so we're gonna play around with it today. And so what's really interesting about Claude Code is that it actually runs in your terminal. You can use it of course, you can use it in like your existing workflows like Cursor and everything as well. But you just have to have Node.js, just like, pretty much everyone already has that. You can install it really easily if you need it. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of show you what it looks like. So we'll hop in now. I already have it installed, but it literally takes like a couple minutes to install. And once you have it installed, you literally just open up your terminal and type Claude. And then it's going to get back to you, and then you're just going to say, yes, I want to proceed. And now we're literally talking to Claude. So this is like, kind of like being in like a VO window or a Replit window or a Codex window or whatever, right? Like I'm now able to start talking to Claude and start building out a project. So today we're going to build like a fun thing. There was this really viral mobile game when I was in high school called Cookie Clicker. And so we're going to try to recreate that. And so what we're going to do is if you press Shift Tab, you can cycle between these different modes. So auto accept edits, which is like this crazy agentic mode that it has where it can, accept edits and like kind of work on itself. And then plan mode, then you have like the regular kind of mode. So we're going to start with plan mode, and I'm going to say, create a plan to build a clone of the popular game Cookie Clicker. Our plan should be for an MVP version of the game. So really basic, prompt here. And oh no, my credits. Fuck, dude. I thought it was gonna be reset. Damn it. All right, never mind. Okay. I cut, but basically I didn't realize I was out of tokens, guys. So I just, like I said, I set this up yesterday. And right now I'm on the pro plan. And so I thought this would be a good time to kind of like break this down. So you have like the kind of basic monthly individual subscriptions, like pro, and then max. And most people, like when they get into like start using Claude Code now, they're kind of just buying this plan. But you can look into the API and look at like some of the credit usage and like kind of how this breaks down, and just Claude Opus 4 is significantly more expensive. It's like 5 times more expensive than Claude Sonnet 4. And so you just run out of tokens really quickly. And when I first started using Claude Code and I first set it up initially, I actually didn't have a Claude like a Claude Pro subscription. I didn't even have I just had the free plan, literally. So what it did is you can actually still set up Claude Code with the free plan, which is pretty cool. You don't have to be paying anything. You can download it, set it all up, and then it just has you pay for $5 of API tokens or API credits. And then you can just start using it and start ripping it. And then after that, I was like, okay, this is really good. I'm definitely going to buy the pro plan. But I still ran out of tokens. But anyways, you can see here that this is our API dashboard, and so I'm a little bit like in the negative in the red with Anthropic. And so yeah, I'm just gonna add some credits and we'll get back to building our game. And this is a good call to action. If you want, an awesome new app or website, hit up Prism, and then yeah, so that way we can spend more money on these Anthropic tokens. Man, these are expensive. So I'll pay for this, and I'll get back to you guys in a sec. So I thought that was like an interesting note too, that it said that my account is on tier 1, and so the usage is up to $100 of credit per month. And so I think that like you can't even keep buying individual tokens anymore if you're spending more than $100 worth of tokens per month, and in which case you have to upgrade to the max plan. So it's really interesting, really lucrative, obviously, pricing model for them. But yeah, so just really interesting. So anyways, let's hop on back over to, I'm going to open up a new terminal window. We're going to call Claude again. I'm just going to have to give it the same instructions that we gave it kind of before. So create a plan to build a clone of the game cookie clicker. The MVP should be for, or the plan should be for an MVP version of the game. So, okay, now it's going, so we can see it's designing. It's starting to spin up and build these tokens. And so, yeah, guys, basically it's really cool. It's going to build out this plan for us. In this little super minimalistic window, we still see our beautiful view of SF and the bridge. And yeah, this should be really quick. So you can see here that it starts to build out this plan, kind of like this checklist of different things to do. The core features it explains, clickable cookie button, cookie counter, really cool. And so this is good. And the game is addictive. Great. And I'm just going to tell it. Now I'm going to press Shift Tab again to switch back to auto accept edits on. And I'm going to tell it, okay, please implement this plan. And so my understanding of this, like the auto accept edits, is that basically, when you're working normally with a lot of these tools, especially where they were like a few months ago, like Replit or Vercel or Lovable, like there's basically every single step of the process, you kind of have to be, there has to be this human in the loop, and you have to be guiding it from a design or like engineering perspective to make the right decisions and product decisions. But now it's kind of, fast forward a few months to where we are now, these systems are really more agentic, meaning that they can go, you can kind of give them a general goal or objective that you want to achieve, and then they'll basically go and figure out the best plan and the best multi-step kind of process to go and achieve that objective. And so it's just really amazing how it's literally becoming more and more like a real human. And the kind of the word on the street with the developer community is kind of that these things are really like, when you look at something like Claude Code, it looks like it's getting some data from other apps. If you look at something like Claude Code, it's just basically at the point where it's as good as like an entry level developer. And so, yeah, just kind of like these like monotonous tasks. I mean, even, like I said, like I told you guys before, like I come from a product management background and more of a product design background. And even like that kind of aspect, right? Like basically what we're doing here is like creating product requirement documentation and creating a checklist that like a team of developers or designers would go and build previously. And really, that process of writing everything down and that like product process, that's the boring part of product, right? Like the fun part of product for me is like it's like talking to different stakeholders and thinking about different solutions and everything. So anyways, it's allowing us to do much more of what we'd like. Now we can see cookie clicker MVP is complete. The game includes, and it gives us all of our features, and it tells us to open the HTML file in our browser and play around with it. So let's see. I actually don't know where this I don't even know where it built this file. Users/Enza. Okay. I'm gonna just spotlight search for it. Here it is. I don't even know where that is, but okay. Yo, look at this, guys. Okay. Cursor Grandma Bakery. And so these are like shop. And so you can get Look at this. I got okay. Let's get 15 cookies, and we can buy cursor. One cookie every 10 seconds. So this is the game, and literally in high school, guys. I kid you not. Like, everyone, people would be playing this like crazy in class. You know, like, isn't this addictive? Hold on, we got to get to 100 for sure. One sec. Dang, it won't let me. It won't let me spend my cookies on this though. Oh, cookies clicked. Oh, no, I didn't have enough cookies. You see, the UI is a little unclear here with this game, but isn't this wild? Like this thing built that so quickly, guys. So this is really really cool. Let's make it. Please make the design more fun and add some cool animations, like super basic, you know, description here, right? Like I'm not giving it very good instructions. Um, but let's see what it goes and builds. Okay, guys, so it said that it finished up. It says, perfect. I've enhanced the cookie clicker with lots of fun animations and visual effects, and it listed all the crazy stuff that it did. It did a lot of stuff. I mean, it was working for about 2 minutes there. So let's open up the game again. See what it looks like. Whoa, that looks really crazy now. Okay. Um, so really wild gradient. Look at these animations. Isn't this crazy, guys? Like, this is so fun, right? Like a hover animation, it's pulsing, and then the click animation. This is crazy, right? Like, anyways, so yeah, honestly, this is super super cool, guys. Like, I love this. I think it's and this is a really basic like application of it, you know. But imagine you saw it, but this is still a pretty complex game, and like, you know, a lot of from a design perspective, like everything, like the product thoughts of, and like just how it's all laid out. It's very well. It's amazing. It's a really good cookie clicker game, right? Like back in the day when I was in high school, I could probably throw this on the App Store and, you know, print with it, right? And it would get a lot of downloads. So just really crazy times, like to think about where we are right now. And so I hope that this kind of gave you some ideas about, you know, what you might want to work on and build and everything. I hope that this was helpful. And let me know if you have any questions about Claude Code in the comments, or you can shoot me a message, or yeah, check out our website if you need an app or a design. Thanks, guys.